I'm going to eliminate illegal aliens from the city of Hazleton.
Hazleton, Pennsylvania passed the Illegal Immigration Relief Act. Now, under the law, fines are imposed on businesses that hire undocumented workers and landlords who rent to them.
What happened in Hazleton was that a mayor chose to scapegoat a section of his population.
Hazleton did not have an illegal immigration problem. In fact, Hazleton had rebounded economically on the backs of immigrants, mostly Latino, and Hazleton was booming. And the recent immigrants had really resurrected Hazleton from what was a pretty serious economic depression.
I had family that lived here. I like the way of life that people enjoy here in Hazleton, but all the buildings were closed down. After we started moving here, the families have 2 and 3 kids. So there was like a revitalization of the town. You could see a lot more people now on the street.
It was not until May of 2006 where there was a nasty murder took place involving a victim named Derek Kitchline, who was killed by 4 undocumented immigrants. And it was that one incident that really transformed Mayor Barletta from somebody who seemed to be supportive of immigrants and recognizing the contributions they'd made to all of a sudden blaming them for everything that was wrong with Hazleton.
We're seeing gangs and some very violent, vicious crimes, and I've had enough.
I learned English when I was 14 years old. And for me, it wasn't so difficult back then. I was able to get my hands on one of those English courses with cassette tapes back then, and I think MTV did the rest.
And if you really listened to Barletta, you would think that every undocumented immigrant was in this country either to rape, rob, or murder you, or at least to take away your job. I mean, that was the picture.
We just haven't had enough women raped, enough citizens shot between the eyes before we do something. This is really disgraceful.
And what we found was there were 428 violent crimes over a 6-year period. 3 could be linked to undocumented immigrants.
That's the on-the-ground effect, is it takes a community and tears it apart, sets neighbor against neighbor. Nothing about this law has made Hazleton a better place to live. Hazleton was wrong to pass this law in the first place and was wrong to spend so much time and energy fighting to defend it. Hazleton's law was both unconstitutional and unworkable. There's no way you can look at that whole history and say, this was a good idea, this is something that other towns or states should emulate.
It's been sad, and it creates an environment that is toxic for community relations. It really does poison the environment between native-born folks and more recent immigrants. And that's really just not American. That's not the kind of values that I think this country aspires to.